Okay, welcome to this little video segment of how to pull on to a vehicle lift. Notice that I'm entering the lab on the far side of the door. I'm not in the middle, I'm on the far side. This is going to help me make a better approach to that blue lift. Now notice I'm also trying to keep aware of my right rear wheel. When the right rear wheel is just beyond the far right side of the lift, I will stop and make my 2-point turn. I'll back up. I probably could have went a little further, but that's okay. For this video, it's going to work out fine. Then I'm going to pull straight onto the lift. Okay, and as I approach straight on, I'm actually going to stop and maybe open the door and look where this center post is. This center post needs to be more in line about where I'm seated. It's kind of amazing how that works. This principle is true not with just passenger cars, but also with vans. When that's seated with where I'm sitting, that's usually pretty close to center of the vehicle's wheelbase. I'll demonstrate a little bit more. This is the post that will come out of the ground, and this post is pretty close to being in the center of both the front and the rear wheels, if you examine that. Before we actually lift the vehicle, I want to make you aware of these adapters. These adapters will make the vehicle more uniform in how it's lifted. These adapters, based upon if the vehicle has a full frame on it, like a full-size pickup, you might need to have maybe something a little higher of a rise on the rear one, or maybe you got running boards you need to clear so these don't hit the running boards on a pickup truck. But I thought I'd make you aware of these adapters. Now while I've got your attention here, of course there's two different lengths of adapters. The next aspect here is how to run the lift. There's only three things to be aware of. Of course, the green button lifts. This is full of transmission fluid, believe it or not, but anyway, here's how you lift. To lower the lift, we're going to release the safety lock mechanism, so when I do release the hydraulic pressure with this lever, the lift will actually lower. And we'll touch on this again in a moment. We're going to get the car in the air to show you where we do have the lift points. But just so you know, these arms do slide in and out. These adapters, of course, I already showed earlier. They can rotate and be in any position. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and slide this one out and get it in place, and we'll lift the car. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just get the car in the air. Again, the green button. Most of the lifts in this lab facility are operated the same way. You can hear the safety latch mechanism click. Once we get the lift as high as we want, I'm going to push the hydraulic lever and just lower the car to the last click. Okay. Let's conclude with this. The center of gravity. See how this post is? Again, it should be pretty much in the middle of the front and rear wheels. If anything, you can actually favor it a little ahead of center, because all the weight of the vehicle, really, the engine and the transaxle are on this end of the vehicle. All we got back here is upholstery and an empty trunk. So think about the weight of the vehicle, where the bulk of it really, truly is. Never have the vehicle ahead of center. We've actually seen cars fall from the lift, and that's not a nice day.